everyone. How are you all doing? Hope everyone's well. It's frosty, and I don't know if it's been like hailstoning or something, but yeah, it's looks like there's little hailstones on the ground or something. It's been very cold lately, so yeah. But sun's out today, so that's good. Going for a walk. Yeah, so I thought I'd take you all with me, see if anyone comes along. I'm gonna try and keep my expectations down, but sometimes you kind of hope for things to go well, but you can't expect it to. Anyway, just got to try and appreciate whatever happens. Anyway, somebody's just joined.
Oh yeah, it's got a bit time.
Hello, Althea Taylor. How are you doing today? Hope all is well. Just out for a walk at the moment. Just I thought I'd take myself out, and it's cold, but it's nice and sunny. So yeah, welcome in anyway. Have you been here before? So yeah, I thought I'd have a nice little walk today, and just chat with you all. And I don't know, so there's this topic of people say money is the root of all evil. Yeah, it's a cold day today. It's quite icy on the ground, so I have to be a bit careful. But yeah, money. They say money is the root of all evil. Is that really true? Some say it's the love of money is the root of all evil. I think we can just say it has to do with greed, has to do with lust. I think those are really where evil tends to come from. It's when you lust after something, or you're greedy for something. It's like that can cause people to do crazy things, and you really want something that badly that it can end up sacrifice. You can end up sacrificing your morals. I'm not saying everyone does that. Someone might really want something, but they won't cave into their sort of urges and stuff like that. But there's certain people who just don't seem to be able to kind of control that, and they just become psychos basically. And anyway, but hope everyone's well. There's just some really kind of scary people out there, but we just have to kind of learn to spot red flags and just stay vigilant and realize that not everyone is to be trusted. But some people come into this world thinking that that everyone's okay and all that, but some people are just not living in the real world, unfortunately. So yeah, so anyway, where is everybody today? I must have been watching you because based upon tweet exercising journey. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of exercise stuff, a lot of working out and things like that. I'm just out for a walk at the moment. I might do some kind of workout later, but right now I'm just off for a walk. Don't know where everybody is, but there's nobody really else joining at the moment. So can you just like the live real quick? Because yeah, maybe I shouldn't have bothered coming on right now. I don't know. Or your exercise journey. Okay, what is your exercise journey like? I don't know where everyone is, but I don't know. I thought maybe we'd have a few more in by now, but like I said, you've got to try and keep your expectations low. Yeah, thank you for liking. It's not showing on my end though, for some reason. But yeah, just yeah, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, we had a few in last night and some interaction going on. So yeah, the more the merrier, really. But you know, if people aren't gonna come, that's just tough, isn't it? I don't know. I'll just try and like my own live then. I don't know. How do I even do that? I don't know, forget it. Anyway. So yeah, who's the other person that's watching? Can you just like say hello or something? And there's 3 now, so just say hello if you're watching. It would be great if you can do that. I get up in the morning, don't eat, then do slight workout. In 10 minutes after I drink water, and 25 minutes later I eat. Alright. So yeah, if that's what works for you, then stick at it, as long as you're giving your body what it needs. Yeah, so that's what I'd say really, but it's good for you to keep the live going. People would join. Yeah, I've just got to try and, you know, just try and stay positive really, because you know, when I was being negative about things, that's when people would just leave. But it's hard because sometimes it would be dead and then I would be negative about it, and then that would cause more negative outcomes. So you have to just try and force yourself somehow to stay positive, even if things aren't really going your way. It's best to keep your expectations low and just see anything, you know, positive as good, and you know what I mean. But I don't know. I think that sometimes the problem is that when we've had some positivity before, like maybe we've had a good run, let's say, of like where things are going well, and then suddenly it seems to just drop off. Set our kind of expectations to that point where before where we expect a certain thing, where it's people, whatever, but things don't always. Sometimes, you know, so it's like people have these expectations high, and then it comes crashing down, sort of thing. But there's a lot of variables and things that can, you know, affect how you perform. But what do you mean turns up the live, guys? What are you saying? Why is it showing 0 likes on my end though? I don't know what's going on, but anyway, it is what it is. So, you know, we have like 4,000 subs, so it would be good if some of them actually shown up. But it is what it is. Imagine if like we had 10% of them showing up every night live. That'd be like 400 people. That'd be crazy if we had 400 people in our lives. And that'd be showing the like on my end. For some reason it's not showing it on my end. I don't know. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we just have to kind of, you know, not really expectations for things really, and like just doesn't really have any standards. So if you have those expectations, then like if that person can't meet the expectation, then they shouldn't be with you, kind of thing. So we have certain expectations of each other. If we can't meet those, then we're not in the right sort of situation, then kind of thing, if you get me. So what I would say is like only be with someone who can meet your expectations and not let you down. But some people would rather be with somebody just so that they're not lonely, even if that person will just end up letting them down. I think it's better to be single than to be with somebody that will just not be able to meet your expectations. And you know, obviously sometimes we have to be realistic with things, but if it's just basic things like loyalty and commitment and just being a nice person, then if they can't even meet those basic standards, then they don't really deserve to be with you then, do they? So anyway, I hope everyone's doing well today. Share the live out if you can, please. That would be really appreciated. So if you can put it on your community page or whatever you have, social media, just try and get it out to people so more people join the live. Yeah, it's not easy, but you know, it shouldn't be so hard, like people stressing over it, and it should be something where as long as we respect each other, and you know, like if you're finding that you're stressed out in a relationship, then maybe you're in the wrong one. It shouldn't be so hard and stressful. It should feel like, you know, you just, you know, I don't know. That's what I would say anyway. It's showing a like now, but anyway. So that's just how I see it. I mean, everyone's got their own opinions and stuff. It's just, it shouldn't feel like hard work. You should be there to, you know, to comfort each other and to reassure each other and all that kind of stuff. It shouldn't feel like hard work. What is the point if it just feels like stress? You know, I'd rather be myself if that's the case. You know, anything that can't be done will not be done well. Anything that, well, I don't know what you mean. What you're trying to say there, I don't quite get you. But I don't know. I hope everyone's having a good day today anyway. I might have a walk down the river, guys. Hello, the pro. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful weather today. It's so tremendous. People do things to each other because what you're saying. Hang on. I'm gonna walk down the river, I think, guys. So yeah. They know they can do it. Yeah, what you're saying is in like, people think they can get away with it, so that's why they do it, sort of thing. People just kind of take the piss. It's like, you know, like, unless you tell someone like your boundaries and stuff, and it's like they think they can just do that. I don't know what you mean, but some people just like, unless you tell them, okay, this is not allowed, they think they can just disrespect you or something. Like, I think certain things should just be given. Chess. No. No. Oh, no. Anyway, I'm just having a serious chat, really. I'm just saying about, you know, kind of, I don't know, like, in people who, you know, set certain expectations, and like I said, I think there's certain times where you expect a certain standard, but there's certain times where there's things that are out of your control, where you can't really expect anything. But I think in certain cases, like for example, if you're a boss, you have certain expectations of your employee. Task, for example, otherwise you're not going to pay them because, you know, they're just, I mean, it's in like you're just going to get them out of the job, because it's all about, you know, mutual benefit and all that. And you know, if you're not going to, like, you know, play your part, then you don't deserve to be there, kind of thing. Now, of course, there is, like I've talked about before, where I feel like sometimes employers do take the mick, where it's like they could probably pay their workers more and respect them more. But obviously, like, yeah, if they're just like doing nothing for their company, then obviously they're taking the piss as well. So it comes down to like, yeah, you expect a certain standard in certain cases, but there are certain cases where you can't really expect anything. Like, for example, if you're going live and you're expecting loads of people to show up, well, it's not necessarily going to be that way, is it? You know, there's certain things that we can't really control. Sometimes things just happen a certain way and it's random. You know, there are certain things in life that are not predictable and not really something that we can fully control, and we can do things to try and help go in our favor, but it can only do so much, you know. Like I talk about, there's this whole manifestation thing, and like I want to believe in it, I want to believe that there's truth to it and all that, but you know, it just feels like a lot of wishful thinking. A lot of people have biases where they try and, I don't know, like they wish it to be true, but then at the same time it's like, you know, what kind of evidence is there that the positive thinking alone can, you know, make things happen? There are things that you have to do, and there's also things out of your control that have to, you know, work in the right way to make things happen. Because in this universe, there's not just you in it, there's other people who are trying to compete and stuff like that, for example, where it's like, you might want to become a certain thing, but then there's other people that want that as well, that could get in the way of that. So we can't just like deny that and be like, but then some people will say, oh, well, it's just, you know, in your reality, you can make anything happen. And I don't know, I just don't think any of this is actually based on science. They try and use science, like they'll talk about quantum physics and saying, oh, quantum jumping and whatever crap. But I don't think any of it's really scientific, is it? I think a lot of it's just, you know, not based on actual science. It's just someone just extrapolates some kind of theory, try and make it sound scientific, but really it's just a load of new age crap. Now I've talked about, I think there's a lot of grifters in that movement, because they're trying to like take advantage of people who just want, you know, they want a better life, they want to find the person, they want to become, you know, they want to become wealthy, they want this and that, whatever. So they take advantage of those people, you know, and they'll just kind of sell them these dreams, tell them, oh yeah, if you just do these certain practices, but you'll have to pay me money so I can show you how to do it. I'll show you the specific affirmations that you can use. You see, it's all bullshit, you know, because if they really think about it, right, if this shit really worked, why are they needing to sell it to you so that they get rich themselves, right? Because surely they could just magically make money happen if that's the case, right? Why would they need to sell stuff to you? You know, if you can just magically think things into existence, you know? That's what I don't get. Like, why is it that they can't make it happen for themselves? They've had to like grift their way to do it, you know, instead of actually just manifesting it through visualizing or affirmations or whatever. So yeah, that's the thing. It's I mean, unless maybe some might say that you still have to work at it, you still have to put work in, but there's some people out there that act as though you can just think things into reality, but it's just not really the case. And I don't think that, like I said, it's guaranteed anyway. I don't think anything in life is guaranteed. There's just too many things that are out of our control to guarantee anything. Yeah, you can change your mindset around things, but it's not 100%. Yeah. What persons that really hurt people's feelings so deeply, though? What do you mean? I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, 5 people in the house. Welcome in, everybody. So can you say hello, people, something? Because it would be nice if you guys can say hello and we can chat or something. It's up to you guys. But I'll show you down at the river soon, because I might go through the park actually. There's a nice sort of like walk through the park and stuff. Yeah, and then we'll just go right up the river. So what percentage are we on? 89%. So yeah, so this should last me a while then. But yeah, just keep chatting away, everybody. Keep, you know, liking the live. I've only got apparently 1 like according to my end. might show different on your end, but I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, just I was thinking about not going on this afternoon, just leaving it till later in the evening or something, but I might come back on then as well. So I might as well show you around and kind of the scenery and stuff. See if anyone shows up, but I might have to restart the live or something because there's just not many people showing up on here. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Yeah, I might have to start a new one. So, yeah. Yeah, guys, I'll be back in a sec.